Hi students, welcome back to Chakravarthy E Classroom. I welcome all of you for this special and informative session on how to crack reasoning section of forthcoming SBI PO examination. See students, this session is going to be immensely beneficial for all types of students. For the beginners who have started the preparation just now, and for the students who have been preparing for 6 to 8 months, or for the students who have been preparing for quite a long time and not getting the job or not getting through even the prelims. For all types of students, this session is going to be, again I'm telling you, immensely beneficial, and watch the complete video, because since it is the strategy video, it may be a little lengthier than the normal videos. Alright, now what are we going to discuss in this session? I'll tell you in a nutshell students. We focus only on the reasoning section today, that too at a prelims level. And in the next sessions to come, I'll discuss all the sections separately so that it would be convenient for all the students. And finally, we'll have a video where we are going to discuss the complete strategy plan. Right. So we are going to discuss, first we start with the number of questions. How many questions are there? Then how many chapters are there? What type of chapters? From where you are going to get all these questions at a prelims level. Then we'll go for the concept level. What are the different topics otherwise? We discuss the topics. Then what type of questions you are going to expect in the examination. And finally the strategy. In the examination, with which chapter you have to start. I'll give you 2 strategies for that one. And finally, at practice sessions, particularly for beginners and those students who have just started the preparation 2 to 3 months ago. For that type of students also, I'll give you the practice session. Practice in the sense, what you have to study at practice level, how to start that one, even that we are going to discuss. See students, before starting all these things, one thing I'll tell you, most of the students fail here only. Just listen very, very carefully. Before starting preparation for any competitive exam, first of all, you try to know what the examiner is exactly expecting from you. What is the expectation of the examiner, in the other words? Without knowing the expectation of the examiner, how would you start your preparation? But unfortunately, 90% of the students are doing that one. 90% of the students are making that mistake. As far as SBI examination is concerned, or any IBPS exam, or any exam of this sort, generally, examiner is expecting 2 things from you. The first one is accuracy. Next one is speed. Otherwise, speed and accuracy. Okay, examiner is expecting speed and accuracy from you, isn't it? And another mistake many students do here, from day one only, they just run behind the speed. Today you decided to start the preparation for SBI. Generally what you do, you just start the questions and keep the timing and go on doing the questions within the timing. Try to do that within the timing. That's the wrong approach. For that matter, that is wrong beginning also. Always remember students, first of all you should get the accuracy. What type of accuracy? Pinpoint accuracy should be there. It is not like the academic exam accuracy. In the academic exams, what would be there? Simply, if they give one question of 10 marks or 15 marks, if you write something up to 60 or 70%, you may get 40 or 50 marks there, 50% of the marks there. But in the competitive exam, you must get pinpoint accuracy, 100% accuracy, even 99% accuracy is not accepted. First, let us finish off this, then we'll go for the number of questions. Alright, so the right beginning should be there. I advise you to go for the accuracy first, not the speed. At least for 1 to 2 months, you have to maintain the accuracy. After that, automatically you get the speed. But how to get the accuracy? $1 million question. Accuracy can be obtained only by practice, students. Remember this one. Unconditional practice must be there. There is no shortcut for accuracy. Alright. When can you practice the question, students? Tell me quickly. You can practice only when you have the conceptual clarity. Alright. You should have the complete clarity there. Only then you can practice confidently. Then how can you get conceptual clarity? Only by learning the basics. This is important. The foundation. Always students, in all my classes, when I start a new chapter, I focus here. Alright, you have to learn the basics, whatever the subject may be, reasoning, quant, English or general awareness, particularly reasoning and quant. You should know the basics. Based on the basics, you get the conceptual clarity. Then you can practice confidently to get the accuracy. Once the accuracy is attained, automatically you will get the speed. This is how you need to start your preparation. Hope all of you understood this one. Alright, so whenever you start one chapter, students, I'll tell you one thing. Suppose you started preparing for Shila Isam. By the way, in our course, only for Shila Isam, I have given more than 12 hours of lessons. Out of those 12 hours, 5 hours are basics. If you learn the basics properly, you can play with the chapter. Alright, so suppose you're starting. How generally I start, and you also should start in this way. First point is how many questions you can expect from this chapter. Very first question. Next, what is the pattern of the question? How they give different patterns, right? Then, what is the complete concept of that one? The basics. Then, is there any shortcut or blind method for that one? This is the way, students. Whatever the chapter may be, you have to start in this way. Hope this is clear for all of you. We will start this session with this positive note, living up to the expectation of the examiner. That is important. Almost 50% of your success is this one. Right beginning is 50% of your success. I can say 90% of your success. Alright, now let's go to the preliminary paper. Now, as I told you, we are going to focus on reasoning section only. Each and every point we are going to discuss. See, students, in reasoning total, all of you know how many questions they give at prelims level? 35 questions. 35 questions, 35 marks, and allocated time for this one is only 20 minutes. That's it. So, in 20 minutes, you have to attempt 35 questions. Here, you must ask me one question. What is that? Sir, is it possible to attempt 35 questions in 20 minutes by maintaining 100% accuracy? If you ask me, I say no, it is not possible. Nobody can do 35 questions with 100% accuracy in 20 minutes. Many students do this mistake also. They keep in the mind that I have to complete all 35 questions in 20 minutes. No dear, nobody can do that one. You have to leave some questions also. What type of questions you have to leave, how to leave, and which one you have to attempt. We are going to discuss all these things in a comprehensive way in this session. Alright, now the next thing is, let us start from where you are going to get these 35 questions one by one. Basically, students, all the questions, all these 35 questions at SBI PO prelims level will be from only 8 chapters. What are the chapters? See, only 8 chapters are there. What are the 8 chapters? The first one, foremost, very important thing is a puzzle test. You please make a note of this one. Alright. Second one is seating arrangement. I am writing SA. Then the third one is Shila Isam. SYLLOGISM. Then the next one is blood relations. Alright. The next one is, which one? Fifth one. That is directions, DIR I am writing. The next one is sequence and ranking, and it is known popularly as order and ranking. Order and ranking. Okay. Then the next one is coding and decoding. Nowadays they are giving questions from this chapter at prelims level also. Then the last one is miscellaneous questions based on English alphabets with some logic or twist. See, students, out of these 8 chapters, I told you 35 questions are from these chapters only. Now we'll go for more or less, by and large, the distribution of question. From which chapter, how many questions you can expect at prelims level. See, students, here from puzzle and seating arrangement only, you can expect 20 to 25 questions in every examination prelims. Amazing, isn't it? Only from 2 chapters, you're going to get 20 to 25. Then the next one is Shila Isam. Shila Isam, you can expect 3 to 5 questions. Alright. From relations, blood relations, one of the very important chapters, because most of the cases at mains level, particularly Blood relation is coupled with the puzzle and seating arrangement. Okay, very logical questions are being prepared nowadays. Next, from this blood relation you can expect 1 to 3 questions. And from here directions you can expect again 1 to 2 questions. Order and ranking 1 to 3 questions. Why I am writing 1 to 3? Sometimes they give group questions here. Even directions also you can take 1 to 3. Sometimes they are giving 3 questions also based on group information. Okay. Next, coding and decoding you can expect again 2 to 3. Alphabet problems 1 to 2. That's it, students. How simple this one, isn't it? They are giving not like any other very critical examinations. For example, you take civil services, GS paper is their general studies. There is very vast scope for the questions there, but here scope is very limited. It prelims level only 8 chapters, and that too each and every shift. Generally this examination is conducted shift wise. Alright, every shift you will get questions from these two definitely. Puzzle and seating arrangement 20 to 25 in each and every section, each and every shift. Then after that, these questions, number of these questions may be varying, changing from shift to shift. For example, in one shift, 25 questions are from puzzle and seating arrangement. They may give 3 questions from Shila Isam, and they may not give any question from order and ranking and coding and decoding. They may increase the number here, here and here, and so on for other shifts. But overall, you can expect questions from these 8 chapters only. Clear, students? Now you should get the confidence. What is that? Only 8 chapters are there, that's it. Now we'll go a little in depth. Little like a comprehensive analysis we will do. Puzzle and seating arrangement, okay, 25, 20 to 25. Then what are the topics there? What are the topics? Puzzle is one chapter, for example. What are the different types of questions? Otherwise, see, students, from puzzle, each and everything I'll write here. You just make a note of this one. From puzzle and seating arrangement, since these are very, very important for you, from puzzle, you get the questions like this. First category, I can say questions with the normal parameters. So puzzles based on 2 to 3 parameter, we can call this one as basic puzzles. Okay. Then second type is puzzle based on boxes. Box arrangement will be there. They give different types of boxes. And puzzles based on floors they give. Floor and lift problems also. Lift. Okay. Next, puzzles based on blood relation. Very, very important one. And puzzles based on order and ranking based puzzles. That means one of the parameters is order and ranking they give. Like one person, so total 8 persons are there, for example. Alright, everybody related to the other person, all are in one family, and they like different colors, and they do their jobs at different cities in that way, and they give the comparison of their weight or height also in that way. Then some puzzles are based on, let us say, days, date, then month and year. This is also very, very important because many parameters are possible here. Next, puzzles based on selection also. This is called imbalanced puzzle. For example, they give selection. In this selection also many types are there. For example, they give 9 persons are working in 3 different companies. That means in one company more than one person may be working. Many clues they give. Twists will be there, logic will be there. And finally, like miscellaneous puzzles. Miscellaneous puzzles. See, students, to crack this puzzle, alright, you must know the concept first. How to unravel a puzzle. We will go for that one. Puzzle and seating arrangement together, I'll tell you how to go for. But before going for this strategy for puzzle and seating arrangement, let us have the other chapters also. The other chapter is seating arrangement. Okay, you please make a note of this one, or just try to record this, whichever way convenient for you. Go for this. In all the cases, whether it is prelims or mains, questions from puzzle are from these chapters only, these topics only. Okay, right. Then coming to seating arrangement, students, this is also one of the very, very important areas for you. In seating arrangement, basically they give questions based on 8 persons, 10 persons, 12 persons, that depends upon the difficulty level, and all the persons are seated around a circle they give, or around one square table they give, or rectangular table, one of the models, this one, or seated around a triangular table. And they further complicate the questions by giving some are previously they used to give all are facing inside or all are facing outside. By the way students, one table is there, all the persons are seated around the table for one purpose. Where do they look at? All will be looking at the center only, but for logic purpose, for like a twist purpose, for complicating the questions, what they do, they give some are facing inside and some are facing outside. And if they give square, they give like this, 4 are seated on the 4 corners and remaining 4 are on the middle of the sides. And the persons who are sitting at the corners are facing outside and middle persons are facing inside, and so on. And they may couple this one with puzzle also. Like they give total 8 persons are there seated around a square table, some are inside, some are outside, and all the 8 persons will have different professions. They give doctor, engineer, lawyer, other person like professions, and they like different make cars, and they like different colors. See how big puzzle this one, isn't it? Generally more than 3 to 4 parameters would be given at mains level. Prelims level basically they give only 2 to 3 parameters, but with more possibilities. More projections you have to take. That is where you lose your time in the examination. Anyway students, just I am introducing you to the models here. Even this square and triangle also in the same way. Apart from this, they give questions based on lines, linear arrangement, right? So they may give that 8 persons are there or 10 persons are there, all are facing north, or some are facing north and some are facing south, in this way. Here also they may introduce one puzzle also. Again they will give their professions, their cities, colors, flowers, or whatever it may be. Alright. Next they give persons seated in 2 rows. For example, these persons are like facing south and these persons are facing north. Okay. Or they may extend the questions. Nowadays they are giving uncertain number of persons. Right. Previously they used to give in seating arrangement 8 persons are there, or 12 persons are there, 10 persons are there, like that. But nowadays they have increased the difficulty level. They simply say that uncertain number of persons. We don't know the number of persons also, even that can be found out. Isn't it right? For all these things students, particularly I am spending more time on this one because these two are very, very important in the light of prelims as well as mains. But to go for puzzle and seating arrangement students, I am telling you, you have to adopt specific methods for that one. One of the best methods to unravel a puzzle is elimination process. Alright, in my basic classes I have given in my course puzzle only. I am telling you students, more than 20 hours I have discussed. More than 20 hours, different types of puzzles. You have to do all the models only in the lessons. Then we have given hundreds of questions as a practice. Anyway students, the basic approach will be there. First of all, you need to find out how many parameters are there in the question. For example, persons, colors, cars, or something else. Then you need to decide in how many columns I can solve the question. Persons 1 column, corresponding color 1 column, car 1 column, profession 1 column, in that way. And keep all the negative information on the left side of the basic column, positive on the right side. From negative side you need to eliminate with the clues and come on the positive side to unravel a puzzle. Isn't it students, right? So that is the basic approach. You must know that one. First learn the basics. Only then you go for the practice. You can practice the questions confidently only after learning the concept or the basics. Foundation is important. You take seating arrangement. To do any type of seating arrangement students, first of all you should know what is right side and what is left side, different directions. And I have given many techniques. For example, 8 persons are seated around a circular table. Don't take a circle. Even though they have given circle, we can use some lines like this, simple. Now, one person on the corner here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Suppose if this person is facing outside, this is right side, left side. This person is facing inside, right side, left side, and so on. And after that, segregating the sentences is important. A is second to the right of B, who is third to the left of C, and who is exactly in the middle between two persons. In that way they frame the sentences. You need to segregate that one. You need to find out the hidden data. All of you getting this one right? To go for this one, the basics are very important. So below the video you can find the links of my videos on the YouTube for different types of puzzles. Even I kept on the YouTube also, so that would be beneficial for other students as well. By the way students, we have thousands of students across the country. Try to utilize the opportunity. Why I am telling this one? See, always learn from the experts. Don't waste your time. For every chapter there are certain methods, particular methods. If you know the methods, that would be easier for you to apply, and you can save a lot of time in the exam, even in your practice also, isn't it? I'm there in this field students. By the way, I'm telling you, more than 24 years. This is my 25th year. I've done research and reasoning on each and every part, particularly the critical reasoning, assumptions, arguments, conclusions, courses of action, cause and effect, inferences. All these chapters are asked at mains level, not at prelims, of course. Okay, right. Now what I'm telling you, I forgot. Links. So I've kept the basics of seating arrangement and the basics of puzzle, the basic methodology, and some examples also I've given. More than 20-25 videos are available on YouTube also. I give the links. You please watch those videos as well. Alright. Now coming to Shila Isam students. Shila Isam also plays a vital role in your examination, because the questions from Shila Isam are asked at both the places, prelims as well as mains. The concept is same. Shila Isam students, first of all you have to learn the basics. Always go by the Venn diagrams method. Don't go by any other method. In Venn diagrams method, extraordinary method I'll give you. Venn diagrams method, first you have to start with the basic diagram. Basic diagram means generally they give 3 statements followed by 1, 2, 3, 4 conclusions, right? You need to combine all the three statements on a common platform using Venn diagrams. First, you need to go by the basic diagram. Basic diagram means the very first possible diagram by combining all these 3. Alright, most of the questions, almost 60% of the questions are solved with only one diagram. If it is required, you need to go for the alternate diagram. Suitable alternate diagrams can be many. Basic is only one. Alright, there are some rules for basic diagram, least cuts and minimum encroachment. Alright, anyway, alternate are many. You have to go for the right alternate diagram. Either you have to draw that one, or by practice what is there, you need not draw that one. Simply in the mind you can visualize it. With one diagram only you can solve it. Then if any complementary pair is there, you need to go for either or. Complementary means the statements or conclusions starting with the qualifier some no, one complementary pair. All and some not, one more complementary pair. And most of the students do not know, even the teachers also, some teachers, I'm not blaming the teacher community, some and some not also complementary pair. Most of the students do not know that one. I've explained that one in my basic classes, foundation classes for more than 5 hours. If you watch those 5 hours videos of Shila Isam, I'm pretty sure the students say that, sir, we need not practice the questions even. We can directly go to the examination. I'm not exaggerating students. I'm just introducing you to my work, because I did a lot of research on that one. I would like to give that one to the student community. Okay, right. Anyway, now from this Shila Isam, prelims as well as mains, you can expect the questions. In prelims level, you can get 3 to 5. Mains, you may get 5 questions. Sometimes they give 3 questions or 4 also at a mains level. Different models are there. Nowadays, they have introduced like only concept, only A's or B's in that way, or only a few concept is there. And sometimes they give conclusions first followed by the statements in the options. From which option statements you can get these conclusions, reverse Shila Isam. And they give many types of questions, but to solve all these things, the basics are important. Alright, next is after these 3 chapters, next very important chapter is relations, blood relations. See students, from blood relations at prelims or mains level, they give 3 types of questions. One is group questions. Some group data will be given to you. Okay. The next one is narration based questions. Generally, narration based are not given directly or individual questions in bank examinations. At SSC they used to give. Anyway, The third one is group narration and symbol based questions. They give A plus B is equal to A is father of B, A minus B means B is sister of A, in that way. Alright. But all three model students, whatever it may be, can be solved by converting the verbal data to a chart. That chart is called family chart or family tree. For family chart and family tree, some basic rules are there. 3 rules are there, simple 3 rules. First of all, you need to see how many male are there, how many female are there. Then followed by how many generations are there. Then you have to consult either vertical or horizontal or both lines, and always left to right and top to bottom. 3 golden rules I have given. Those rules are created by me only for our convenience. Any question and every question can be solved with family chart. Most of the questions, 99%, right? Some narration based questions you need not go for family chart. Directly by seeing the question you can answer it, of course. Then this family chart is very much useful for you when they mix this question, couple this question with the puzzle test. They give 8 persons are there, all are related to each other, one another. Then all are having different professions, all are from different cities, all like each and every person like different desserts or any food items. To solve that type of question, students, first of all you need to frame one blood relations chart. That is family chart. With that chart only you can unravel the puzzle. You need not go for any separate table. For some questions at mains level, you need to go for relations chart separately and the other puzzle separately. Got the clarity? Basics you have to learn. Next one is directions. Say students, directions is very simple chapter. If you know all these 8 directions and what is right side, what is left side, you can easily solve the questions. But nowadays, even at prelims level also, they are changing the pattern. They are just giving many twists in direction chapter also. I've discussed some twisty questions in the I've posted some videos on YouTube also. It's very twisty questions, like logic will be involved in this one. Alright, anyway students, to go for the basics of directions, you should know the basics. You know this one, this is north, this is northeast, east, southeast, and this is south, southwest, west and northwest. What is right side, what is left side, you should know. Just overall idea I am giving you. Alright, then questions based on the sun rays. Questions based on persons like standing or sitting opposite to each other, early morning or evening. And the direction questions based on the clock. And the direction questions based on coding. Nowadays they are giving the coding. At mains level I found a fantastic question 2 to 3 years ago, SBI mains, they have given 4 questions. Fantastic, they have given in the coding way. But to go for all those things, you need the basics. Next one is order and ranking, students. Order and ranking can be asked at prelims as well as mains level as well. Order and ranking, basic idea I will give you. Suppose if they give A is taller than B. Some students are making this mistake. A is taller than B means they are showing like this, A is greater than B. Don't go for this one, because always it is not correct as far as comparison is concerned. It may not fetch results always. Sometimes you may be confused, particularly when it is coupled with puzzle. I have given one method, very good method, comparison method. A is taller than B. Simply, instead of using the mathematical symbols, you can use in this way. A is taller than B. Simple, A is taller than B. B's place is fixed. Suppose they have given B is taller than C. And they have given D is taller than B. In this case, indirect comparison between A and D. D is taller than B. You can place D here, here or here. That means D can be taller than A or equal to A or even shorter than A. Many techniques are there like this. In comparison also they are giving 3-column questions. Alright. At prelims level also they are giving 2 to 3 columns. To go for that one, the basics are very important. And next one is coding decoding. Coding decoding, students, previously that was very easy. If you remember the number positions of English alphabet from A to Z and Z to A, some of the coding problems can be solved. And coding is based on alphabets, numbers, letters, many things that can be. But nowadays they are giving coding. People are calling this one as Chinese coding. They give the question with the help of symbols. Logic is required there. How to solve that type of questions? First of all, you should know the complete basics. And coming to the last one, that is alphabet problems. Here you should know the alphabet means they give many types of questions. Here also one of the types I'll tell you, like they give one word mentioning that how many such pairs of letters are there in the given word which have as many letters between them as in the English alphabet. Or they may use numbers instead of the letters they may use numbers. Again they ask that one in the descending or ascending order. For beginners it may be strange, students, to like here, because very unfortunately at our academic studies we never studied logic as part of our curriculum, isn't it? For that reason the use of instructor is there here. Otherwise you would have done this one like physics, chemistry, maths in that way. Anyway students, systematic training is required for this one, or else if you want to prepare by yourself, systematic approach is required. First you take the chapters, total 8 are there. This type of questions are there and I need to go for the preparation like this. You have to chalk out a plan. Alright, this is about the chapters. Then students, the biggest thing, many students confuse here. How to attempt the questions in the examination. Actually, it's a very vast one. Each and everything we have to go for. Alright, but in a nutshell I'll tell you, you just divide reasoning paper, prelims paper into 2 parts, students. Simple one. As far as the difficulty level is concerned and as far as the weightage is concerned. You just make 2 sets like this, puzzle and seating arrangement, 1 set. Okay. Then remaining 6 chapters as the other set. I advise you students, I'll give you 2 methods for this one, 2 approaches otherwise. One is either you can start with this one in the examination, I'm telling you, not in the practice. Examination you can start with the puzzle and seating arrangement first. After that you go for this 6 chapters. This is one of the ways, but I suggest this method to only those students who have 100% confidence on doing puzzle and seating arrangement. I'm telling you very strictly. Otherwise what happens, if you start with one puzzle, randomly you have taken a puzzle or seating arrangement. After doing that one, you thought of doing that question in 2 to 3 minutes. Of course that is the maximum time to be allocated. But while doing that one, if you are not getting the solution there, if you are not able to unravel the puzzle, generally what happens, normally you will be frustrated. When you frustrate, that will become anger. You will be angry on the question. When you are angry on the question, what do? You try to see the end of the question. You spend 10 minutes for that one, isn't it, emotionally? When you are spending 10 minutes on one question and try to do the end of the question, what happens in the examination? It will become other way around. You won't see the end of the question. The question will see your end for that examination. Gone case. If you spend 10 minutes on one puzzle or seating arrangement out of 20 given minutes there, 10 minutes on one puzzle, that exam is gone, that's it. Isn't it, students, right? So, for that reason I'm telling you, we'll go in depth of this one now. But I'll tell you, only I'm suggesting that one to those students who have 100% confidence on puzzle. You start with this. Or else, the general approach I'll tell you. First, you focus on this 6 chapters. Shila Isam, blood relations, order and ranking, direction, coding, decoding, alphabets. Some rules are there, isn't it? Suppose in that particular shift, Shila Isam questions, 4 questions are there. Or 5 questions are there, or 3 questions are there. First you start with that one. The question paper will be displayed randomly, isn't it? Just search for Shila Isam questions if there are there. For example, I'm telling you. Or you may start with blood relation or go for directions, any of these 6 chapters. Suppose in Shila Isam 4 questions are there. If you attend my classes, I'm telling you students, proudly and confidently, you can do how many questions? Suppose 5 questions are given in the exam. I ask my students, how many you can do correct? They say 6, sir. Amazing, right? Isn't it? That much confidence should be there. So start that one. For example, you started with the Shila Isam. 4 questions are there. Definitely you can do 4 out of 4 correct. Once you start the question paper, start solving with that one, out of 4 questions, 4 are correct. You will get that one easily. 4 are correct, what would be the level of your confidence? Confidence will be boosted, isn't it? That is the right beginning. Once the confidence is boosted, go for the next one. Blood relations you go for. Suppose 2 questions are from blood relation. Using family chart, you can easily do that. Alright. Even that 2 also correct. You can sense it. Then you can take a big, what do you call this one? Huge, like lengthy, like air inhalation, right? Isn't it? You get the confidence. Then go for the next chapters, coding, decoding, alphabet problems, ranking, if anything is there. Like they may give 3 to 4 chapters, of course. Anyway, after finishing this one, then come to puzzle and seating arrangement. In puzzle and seating arrangement, how to do this one? Just focus on this one, students, because you cannot escape these questions. Either you start with puzzle and seating arrangement, or after doing the small chapters, coming back to puzzle and seating arrangement, it is inevitable. You can't escape from that, isn't it? So, how many questions are there? 5 group questions will be given to you. The strategy I am telling you. Out of these 5 students, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, remember, one question is easier one. I am telling you, just check in any examination paper. One question is easier one. You need to identify that question. That is important. Trace that question. How can you say easier one? On what parameters? See students, easier one means simple puzzle will be given to you by giving 2 to 3 parameters. And while reading that one only, within 1 or 2 sentences you can say there is only one possibility, not more than 1 or maximum 2 projections are required for this one. Easily I can solve. You just try to trace this one. Definitely there will be one easier question. After that you search for 2 questions, definitely they give at a moderate difficulty level. Next they give advanced, and of course at prelims level also very advanced questions they give. 1 question will be there. Some students will be, what do you call this one? Some students will be out of the competition if you choose this very advanced or advanced question. Once you start advanced puzzle, what happens students? Naturally, like there may be some confusion under the pressure of the examination. Don't do that mistake. Alright, even if you start with puzzle also, don't go for that one. First do easier one, then 2 moderate you have to choose. That art of choosing that one, you can acquire this one only by practice students, I am telling you. Every day, I'll come back to that one. How to start your practice, I'll tell you. How to start your preparation, I'll tell you. But at the examination level, you have to do this one. Hope this is clear for all of you, right? So, out of this, like 20 to 25 questions are from this one, and 10 to 15 questions are from small chapters. Suppose you start with this small chapters, you got 10 questions correct. If you do 10 questions correct, definitely you will get more than 10 marks. That is called normalization process, weightage process. I'll explain you in the other video. 10 questions are correct means you won't get 10 marks, more than 10 marks you will get. That depends upon the weightage of that particular question. Okay, right. Then after getting these 10 questions correct, confidently you can come here. Even if you have finished 3 puzzles also, 3 into 5, all are group questions only. Under one puzzle, they give 4 or 5 sub questions. Seating arrangement also 4 or 5 sub questions. Suppose 5 are there, 3 into 5, 15 here. Isn't it 15 means you will get more than 15. 15 plus 25, you will get 25 plus. Good score. Because prelims is only screening. Even at mains level also the same formula you have to apply. Anyway, right? So, this is how students, this is the strategy you have to adopt at a exam level. Remember this one. Okay, coming to the practice here, how to start the preparation, reasoning paper. See students, in reasoning total 22 to 24 chapters are there. All the questions in prelims and mains are from these chapters only. At prelim, and one more very advantageous for us, very good thing for us is prelims and mains for both, the syllabus is same. The chapters are same. And for example, you take puzzle, seating arrangement, Shila Isam, coding, decoding, directions, all these chapters again appear at mains level. Apart from this, you get data sufficiency will be there, input output is there, sequential output tracing, data sufficiency, input output, then followed by these are decision making, then followed by critical reasoning, assumption, argument, conclusion, course of action, cause and effect, inference, and some sub-chapters will be there. Alright, so you have to squeeze out each and every chapter. That's very important. But anyway, students, since syllabus is same for prelims and mains, you start your preparation for prelims and mains both simultaneously. Some students make mistake here also. I won't go for mains. Of course, suppose input-output chapter is there, reasoning section. Questions will not be there at prelims level. Questions will be there at mains level. That type of chapters you can focus a little less when compared to this one. But you have to go for that. I'll tell you students, for practice sessions, you start with the puzzle and seating arrangement one side and small chapters one side and critical reasoning other side. Total 3 sets, 1, 2, 3. Okay, small chapters means just now we discussed blood relations, sequence and ranking, then what's the other one? Coding, decoding, then directions, alphabet problems. Total 3 sets you make. First you start with this one, puzzle and seating arrangement from the basic level. Even if you have touch with these questions also, don't go with your own methods. You just learn from experts. That is important. Because when the beginning is good, always ending will be in the same way. When you are not beginning the things in a proper way, in the right way, how can you expect the ending? You then, when you have started with the wrong beginning and the result is not in your favor, generally what happens? You start blame gaming. Right? That's a game of blame actually. You blame somebody else for your failure. But failure is here only. The beginning is not good. If somebody is not there to take your blame, you just go and blame the God. Invisible things. Sometimes you say God, sometimes what you say ghost, sometimes you say Vastu and all these things. But you have to be confident of yourself first of all. Anyway students, we'll have motivational classes separately. So start with these 3 and puzzle and seating arrangement start from the basic level and up to the mains examination. Every day you have to solve 1 puzzle and 1 seating arrangement. Very, very important. And for first month, you don't worry about, don't bother about the timing. Don't bother about the speed. First you get the accuracy. When you learn puzzle concept and do that one, if it takes 10 minutes to unravel the puzzle, don't worry. Because for a normal student, for a common student, for an average student, it is quite natural to get the puzzle solved in 10 minutes. It's not at all a big issue. Alright, so start with 10 minutes only. Slowly, once you are practicing the questions, the speed will be increased. Time will be reduced. You have to focus on speed only after 1 to 2 months of your practice. By the way, students, remember, it takes 6 to 8 months of very hard work to get success in any bank examination, particularly SBI. You should have big amount of patience. Without patience, you won't get anything. You have to learn the concept and practice, and simultaneously you go for the concept of these chapters, because blood relations concept is useful here as well. First learn the concept. Even for other chapters also the strategy is same. This is the right way, students. I hope all of you understood this session. It's a little lengthier one, but still, this is quite important for us. This is the strategy for reasoning paper at prelims level. In the next session, we go for quantitative aptitude at a prelims, very important one. Next I take for English, then go for how to go for general awareness paper with more emphasis on finance and economy issues. Thank you so much, students, and I'll meet you in the next session.